following stories are inspired by documented paranormal encounters. Some locations and identities may have been changed to protect the people involved. These stories may be disturbing for younger audiences, and listener discretion is advised. This podcast is based on true events.
Hi, I'm Brandon, he, him.
Hi, I'm Dalia, she, they.
Hey, I'm B, she, they.
And this podcast is based on true events. All right, well, B, would you like to go for the vibe check first?
Yeah, man. Listen, we just ordered some food. I am hungry, and I'm looking forward to a food break.
Fair, yeah, very fair.
But I'm good. I'm happy. I'm chilling. I'm hanging out with my friends.
So at some point during this recording, we may say we may take a break so we can get our food and eat, but we'll be back, I promise. To you, it won't be anything, but it's fine. Okay, Dalia, vibe check.
I am also hungry. I'm actually on the line of hangry at the moment.
Oh no.
So my tummy will be rumbling, and I'm ready to eat some Taco Bell.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I'm chill.
Okay. As far as my vibe check, my eyes are starting to get a little tired. We still got this and one more episode to record, and then I have to edit and just like upload the episode that goes out tomorrow, which for you guys was weeks ago. Don't even worry about it. But like, but yeah. So there's that. I've started yawning a little bit, but hopefully I don't.
Eepy. Maybe your brain just needs more energy from the food you're going to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully
Facts.
that helps. That might help a lot, actually.
I think it will.
But yeah.
I need you guys to know that this episode is my favorite story that I have brought for the entire session.
Really?
Really? Wasn't the poop episode?
Nope, this is Fart Blaster.
Okay.
Or, excuse me, Fart Booster. Fart Booster.
Don't even know the name. All
Nope,
right.
I don't, and I'm the one that fucking named it.
Yeah. All right, well, are we ready to get into it then?
Yes.
Since everybody's so excited.
That's my thing.
No, yours is let's get into it. Mine was, are we ready to get into it? This
Okay,
is
you're right.
Subtle difference. It's more like a spin on your thing. But I made it my own.
I'm going to copyright it.
All right.
Because I'm the only person in the world that does that, clearly.
Clearly. Clearly. All right, well, I'm just going to hop right into mine, guys. It's another story about a family and a house and, you know, what have you.
Love that.
We love them stories. Mm-hmm. So,
What about a house and a family?
that would be
A house in a family?
Instead of a family and a house and a family.
that hurt.
Like
Yeah.
the
A lot.
home,
That
the
sounds
home
painful.
is the home is where the heart is. You
That's
know,
not where that's supposed to be. That's not where that's supposed
That's
to
an
be.
exit only.
the heart.
My ass.
Oh, okay. I know you're gonna shove a house up your ass.
Well, that's where my heart is.
That's where it sounded like you were wanting us to do it first. So I was like,
Why
I
is
don't know
she-
if we should do
Why
that.
is your heart in your ass?
As told by the show The Haunted. All right, as told by the show Haunted, I give you the story. This is her house.
Yeah, it is. It's my house. You're right.
I was like, I read the thing. I was like, you know what? That goes perfectly because we were just talking about houses.
Yep.
So this is her house. Kim and her boyfriend of 3.5 years, Sean, start looking for a home together. They weren't looking for too much. They just wanted a place to call their own that also had enough of a yard for Kim's children, Katie and Cody, to run around in. When they first saw the listing for the classic-looking little farmhouse in Mohnton, Pennsylvania, Mohn-Ton, they were amazed. This is it. This is the one, they had said. Apparently, the beautiful farmhouse had sat empty on the market for a year before they saw it, and the couple considered it fate, like the house waited just for them. Sean and Kim decided to jump on the opportunity and purchase the house immediately, but they still felt like something was missing in their lives. So at around 6 months after moving in, the family adopted a German shepherd named Princess from an Amish farm out in Lancaster. Didn't we just have a princess a few episodes ago, too? Like a dog named Princess? Feels like a very common name.
It was Scooter, Princess, and Baby, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yo. Dang, that memory's good.
Smoke a lot of weed.
Go for the brain cells.
Anyway, now their home finally felt like a home, or their house finally felt like a home. As Sean was laying awake in bed one night, he suddenly starts hearing a banging sound coming from the attic. Sean describes the banging as sounding like someone was hammering something, and it was even loud enough to make Sean get out of bed and walk all the way up to their attic bedroom to check it out. Of course, by the time he actually gets to the top of the stairs, the noises have stopped. There was nobody there, nothing was out of place. At first, Sean wondered if the noises could have been caused by the heating system, but quickly remembered that there was no ductwork in the attic. Ductwork in the attic.
Quack.
So that wouldn't be possible. After making sure that all the windows were shut, he heads back down to bed, dismissing the event for the time being as, quote, something odd, but probably explainable. As the weeks went by, however, Sean would start to hear a lot more noises around the house. Knocks and creaks that didn't seem to make any sense to him. It was almost a daily occurrence at this point, but every time he would ask Kim if she had heard it as well, Kim wouldn't know what he was talking about. Which to Sean was weird because those noises were definitely loud enough to where Kim should have heard them too. Kim explains things away as just new house noises, and Sean starts to wonder if the sounds are all just in his head or if he's just overreacting. Not too long after this, Princess starts to get strange, and very quickly. Her whole personality changed. The family would often find the dog staring and growling into certain rooms of the house. She would start barking at nothing, start knocking things over and making a mess out of the house. Initially, Kim says, well, she's a puppy. Puppies are puppies. And they decide to just give Princess some time to see what happens. But over the next few months, Princess's behavior did not improve. The family started noticing that Princess seemed really afraid of the attic in particular. One night, Sean took Princess up there and states that Princess went absolutely berserk, barking and thrashing to the point of scratching Sean. Princess was down the stairs in a flash, and in the absence of his dog, Sean starts to feel an energy in the attic. He says he felt like he was being watched. As he slowly panned around the attic, searching for anything that may be causing this sensation, Sean says the names Elizabeth and Henry popped into his mind out of nowhere. At this point, Sean is convinced that something supernatural is going on in their house. He tries to go to Kim about his suspicion, but upon hearing her boyfriend say that he, quote, thinks their house is haunted by a man named Henry and a woman named Elizabeth, she honestly starts to think that he was going a little nuts. She didn't believe him.
Damn.
This causes a bit of friction between the couple as Sean starts to get a bit agitated that Kim doesn't believe a word about the things he's been experiencing. Kim describes Sean as being, quote, obsessive, persistent, and very convinced that something was going on. Her main concern was Sean scaring the kids with all this talk in their house about their house being haunted, and Kim told him to talk to her about the stuff as much as he likes, but that she did not want him talking about it around the kids. As it turns out, however, this wouldn't matter. A few days later, Katie, their eldest daughter, is awoken at around 2:30 a.m. by the sounds of footsteps in the attic. She said that they were so obviously footsteps that she started to get suspicious that someone might be in their home. She decides to get out of bed and check it out. As Katie approached the top of the stairs to the attic, she starts to get nervous. Besides what little light the street lamps from across the street. Sorry, let me try that one more time. Besides what little light the street lamps from across the street filtered in through the attic windows, it was completely dark in there. Then, the air around her started to grow cold. Her feet felt like ice. She felt like there was someone in the room with her, watching her. She squints through the darkness, across to the bed by the windows, and that's when she says that she saw the figure of a little girl dart quickly across the foot of the bed in the room. She says she could see the shape, but that it looked see-through. Katie described the girl as looking, quote, very young. As the figure of the girl disappeared, Katie heard the very distinct sound of a child's laughter. Katie, scared by this, runs downstairs to see if anyone is awake, but finding everyone out cold and not wanting to wake anyone up, she decides to just crawl back into bed, but sleep would not come for her the rest of the night. In the morning, Katie tells her mom about the incident, but Kim not only doesn't believe that her daughter's experiencing anything, but doesn't even buy that Katie believes that she actually saw anything. So she doesn't even believe that she doesn't even think that she believes it. Instead, Kim blames it on the kids having overheard Sean's stories and that the suggestion of that was causing Katie to think she saw something. But Katie claims that she had not heard any of Sean's stories at that time and is firm that she knows what she saw. Over time, Princess starts to become more aggressive. She was barking and growling more, chewing up things in the house, and even started trying to bite the kids. Princess also started to isolate herself from the rest of the family, but upon getting her to the vet, they found that nothing was wrong with her medically. As this started to add more stress to the family's lives, Sean made the decision without Kim to rehome Princess. Sean had owned a lot of German Shepherds in his life, and none of them had ever acted this way. He was worried that Princess would eventually hurt one of the kids. While deep down she knew that this was the right thing to do, Kim was still extremely heartbroken by the situation and very upset and mad at Sean for doing so. A few weeks later, Kim brought home 2 new dogs from her local animal shelter, Lucky and Riley. The dogs were instant best buddies and settled in pretty much instantaneously. Kim once again feels like her home is complete. However, it wouldn't take long until both Riley and Lucky started reacting to whatever was in the house as well. The growling and barking at nothing, the abject fear of the attic. And while Sean immediately had no doubt in his mind that the dogs were reacting to things in the house that the rest of them couldn't see, Kim initially doesn't relate this at all to what had happened to Princess. The thought of anything paranormal going on never crossed her mind. A couple weeks later, Kim and Sean arrive home late after a heated argument that neither of them can now remember. Kim goes up to bed, and Sean stays down to watch TV. About a half hour after Kim goes upstairs, Sean hears a noise coming from down the stairs. Sorry, I don't think I explained that correctly. She goes upstairs, and about a half hour later, Sean hears a noise coming from around the stairwell area. Coming down the stairs, yes. He just assumes it's Kim. He looks over and he thinks he sees her pass by him and walk down the stairs to the basement without saying a word. Assuming she's just ignoring him, he decides to let her cool off until she's ready to talk. But after about 5 or 10 minutes, Sean starts to wonder what Kim could possibly be doing in the basement and goes down to check on her. To his surprise, the basement is completely empty. Sean checks the entire downstairs as well, but doesn't find Kim until he ventures upstairs. There, Sean finds Kim fast asleep in bed. He gives her a shake, telling her to stop goofing around. But as Kim wakes up and insists that she's been in bed the entire time, and he stands there in shock as he realizes that there was no way that who he saw downstairs could have been Kim. There was someone else in the house. Sean tells Kim that he had been what he had seen, but Kim brushes it off once again, blaming his imagination. Kim starts to think that Sean is going crazy, and Sean starts to get angry because Kim wouldn't even hear what he was saying anymore before mocking it. A couple weeks later, Sean is away on business, and Kim is getting ready for bed at around midnight. She had just gotten all cozy in bed when all of a sudden she hears bang, 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 bang at her front door. Like someone had pounded on it with all their might. As she rushes downstairs, Kim wonders just who the hell could be knocking at the door at this late hour. Maybe it was one of Katie or Cody's friends playing a prank. She peeks out the window on the front door, but finds nobody out there. Thinking maybe the noise was Cody's doing, she goes flying into his room, but finds him out cold. And Katie couldn't have done it because she was away with her father for the night. So, with nothing else to do, Kim goes back up and starts getting comfy in bed again, only for the knocking to start back up. Or the banging, really. Frustrated, Kim says to herself, "Can you please just stop? I need to get to sleep." And to her surprise, the knocking did stop the moment she finished her sentence. This starts to get Kim thinking that maybe it's not so crazy to consider the idea of ghosts in their house. One night, when Katie is home alone, she invites her friend Crystal to the house for a sleepover. The two were up late having fun when all of a sudden, from out in the hallway, they start to hear what sound like a conversation between a man and a woman. Crystal describes it as, quote, "They were talking loud enough that we could hear their voices, but we couldn't understand what they said. As suddenly as they started, the voices just stopped." Katie starts getting a feeling that there was something downstairs and decides to investigate. By herself, she searches the first floor and the basement but finds nothing and nobody there. However, she does report that the entire time she was looking around, she felt like she was being watched, like something was following her around the house. She recognized the sensation as the same feeling she had gotten in the attic before she saw the little girl. Katie runs back up to her room. She wants to get out of that house, but before the girls are able to do anything else, they freeze as they notice just how quiet the room has become. The two of them then watch as a shadowy black figure walks into Katie's room and just stands there looking at the two of them. This was too much for the girls, and darting around the figure, they ran sobbing down the stairs and out the front door. Crystal calls her mom and the two girls leave to stay at Crystal's house for the night. Upon arriving home earlier the next morning, Kim finds the house empty, and when she finally manages to get a hold of the girls, is very surprised by the story they told. Kim doesn't really know what to do, but starts getting really worried for her children, especially for Cody, given that he was still really young. Well, speaking of Cody, one night Cody's babysitter Amanda reports that Cody had been talking about a little girl named Sarah. Cody had been insisting that this little friend of his lived in his house. This shocked Kim because Cody had never mentioned anything about this girl before to her. The two were apparently really close, and Cody would talk to his mother about everything, so Kim found it really upsetting that he apparently felt like he couldn't talk to her about this apparent little girl. This freaks Kim out. Had her son been talking to a dead person? Looking to make the things going on in her house end, Kim contacts a local paranormal investigation team called the Pennsylvania Paranormal Association, or the PPA for short.
PP. Sorry.
The team arrives at around 6:30 p.m. on the night of the investigation, along with psychic medium Virginia Centrillo. The team tells Virginia of nothing that the family had reported to them in order to not sway anything that she might find in the home. Virginia reports that the second she entered the home, she had started sensing a lot of activity. She starts reporting to the team about all the different entities that she is aware of that are either approaching her or passing by her. The team and the medium moved to the attic since it had been the focal point of a lot of the activity. Upon entering the attic, Virginia reports encountering immediate resistance. She felt like whatever was up there didn't want anyone else up there with it. A feeling of, quote, "You're in my territory and we're uncomfortable with you." She also made a remark that it felt like an adult was hiding from her in that room, specifically an adult. Next, Virginia, along with investigators Lauren and Mark, went to investigate the master bedroom. Virginia comments on a feeling of heavy energy and how it made her feel like she was swimming through the energy as she moved. Virginia asks whatever it is in the room with them to communicate, and suddenly the room starts to feel like an oven. All three of them are sweating in a matter of moments. Virginia then reports on seeing the face of an older female entity, and this entity did not want them there. She began getting feelings of, quote, "This is my house, you are not supposed to be here, and I want you out." This entity then named itself to Virginia, quote, "I am Elizabeth." For Mark and Lauren, who already knew that Sean had picked up on the name of Elizabeth, this solidified that there was more going on here than just perceptions. There was an actual living entity in this house. Virginia and the team members moved to Cody's room next. The moment that Virginia enters the room, she reports on picking up on the name of Sarah. Virginia feels like that this Sarah is very interested in the children of the house, and specifically the little boy Cody. Later on, while in the living room, Virginia claims to watch a man peek out from a corner, and then from the corner of a doorway, and then walk past it. She picks up on the feeling that this man's name is Henry.
Of course it is.
Of course. Having all three of these names come through, the team believes that these entities are the most persistent ones in the house and that they want to be known. The team set up a laser grid hoping to document the presence of Henry that Virginia felt in the hallway. For those who don't know, a laser grid is quite literally just a grid of lasers. It's usually green, it's broken up into sections, and the theory is that if any spirit can manifest enough to break through the lasers, but not enough to be seen fully by the naked eye, that the silhouette on the caused on the grid will allow the investigators to see them, like whether by camera or by eye. And at about 45 minutes in, they actually did capture something on camera breaking the laser grids in the video. In the video, you can see a shadow pass by the laser grid as if something had just darted down the hallway. After the investigation, Virginia and the team sat down with Kim and Sean to explain their findings. By the way, want to mention again, this is The Haunted. They are showing all this footage from the investigation in the show. So you're seeing all this. I got to see the line break. It did look like a shadow just darted down the hallway.
Wow.
Cool.
The couple is completely shocked when they hear the names that Sean had come up with and the names of their son's imaginary friend told back to them by someone they had never told their story to. But now, Sean finally feels validated. The PPA decide to research into the history of the house, and they were able to find that a Mr. and Mrs. Henry and Elizabeth Deed did in fact live in the home in the 1800s. They also happen to have a niece named Sarah who grew up only 10 blocks away and was buried very close to the house upon her death. The team believes that the severity of the haunting might actually be due to the house being covered in a type of stone called fieldstone. Has anybody heard of this? Have you guys heard of this? So apparently there's a theory that there's a lot of elements in fieldstone that can actually hold energy. Think of like limestone or quartz, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So another thing that they noted was that, on two sides of the house, there were high energy power lines. And these electromagnetic fields may have been a great battery to supply for any entities in the home to use and manifest. These things together combined with the claim that from Virginia that the spirits of Sarah, Henry, and Elizabeth were already decently strong spirits to begin with, may have made the perfect recipe for all the activity that the family experienced. Wanting peace for not only themselves but for the spirits in the home, Kim and Sean arranged for Virginia to come back with investigators Lauren and Mark to perform a full house blessing. Virginia moved through the house with sage and holy water, while also trying to explain to the spirits of Sarah, Elizabeth, and Henry that it was time for them to move on. Virginia says Sarah was such a delightful soul, and that she just skipped over into the crossover without much convincing. Henry apparently felt more hesitant. Virginia believes this was due to his wife wanting to stay. But she claims that eventually he thought about it and then moved forward. Virginia felt like Elizabeth didn't want to move on. She also felt a sort of connection between Elizabeth and Kim because they both shared a deep love and attachment to the house. After sharing this information with Kim, Kim agrees that it is fine for Elizabeth to remain in the house. The family finds comfort in knowing that Elizabeth means no harm towards them, and Kim even feels more connected to the house, feeling like she shares it with an energy that feels a similar love for the place. Sean still hears the same noises in the attic as he always has, but the family has learned to coexist with the occasional thump in the night.
Oh, that's a nice ending.
I love a happy ending.
That's
on
a
ghost
nice
story.
ending.
Yeah.
Nobody got divorced. Nobody died. Well,
Yep.
they died in like probably the 1800s.
They didn't have to move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coexist.
Mm-hmm.
I will say though, damn, how much do you have to love a house to be like, I am not moving on? You know what I mean?
What kind of memories do you have in that place?
Especially for like your husband to be like, hey, we need to move on, I'm going. And for you to be like, absolutely not, I'm staying.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
I couldn't imagine. No, I would never do that without, you know?
No, I'm so attached to this dude right here that
I'm the dude by the way.
I forgot that we were recording. I was about to be like, I'm so attached to this motherfucker. I was about to start like talking in my like fast.
It's an
like,
18-up podcast.
Woo! I know, but I was about to start like mush mouthing. You guys expect you guys to understand what I'm saying. But yes, I am so attached to him that I feel like if I go first, I'm loitering until he goes.
I'm loitering.
And we've talked about this. He'll do the same, we think, if that's how it works, if we do what we want, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
No, yeah, I can't imagine passing over without you. Like, crossing over, you know what I mean?
Yep. Same.
So, exactly, what
gay.
kind of memories, what about this house created such, like, love for it that you're like, no, I'll stay here alone if I need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if it was like about like, oh, she created a family there, yada yada, then I feel like she'd be attached to her
The family. Right.
more. But I don't know, maybe people back then are just built different. They're attached to their music boxes, their
Right.
objects. I don't know.
For sure.
I've noticed
I don't
that.
know. But no, yeah, I do like, how this story had like a pretty happy ending. They're coexisting. Why is Elizabeth hammering in the attic? Why is that still happening?
She's just a girl.
Maybe just like,
Yeah.
I'm here, bang, bang, bang. Like, I don't know.
She's just a girl. Maybe she's pacing. Maybe
yeah.
she fell. She's old, right?
But no, it's like what we've talked about in the situation with your whatever's in your home. Like you learn to coexist with it if you know it doesn't mean any harm, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's nice. That's a cool way to go about. I feel like we as a people should learn more to coexist with like ones who have passed on, like the afterlife and shit like that, you know?
I agree.
Yeah. Any more questions or thoughts before we get to pictures?
No.
I really like that story.
Do
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. That was really
It's a
good.
nice ending to a nice story.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous when they were all like, "Get out! This is my house."
Right. No,
Yeah.
she just like she's like, this is my house. I don't want you here. I'm not comfortable with you here.
Sorry, hiccups.
Oh, you're okay. So this first picture is the normal run of the mill. These are the people who told the story. So this is Kim, Sean, Katie, and Virginia. We didn't get Cody's side of the story because he was too young.
Yeah.
But this next picture is of the house, and I will admit it is a very pretty house. I do love the stone like build on
Ooh,
it.
that's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
very pretty house. So I can, sure, I get it.
Yeah.
Pretty, yeah.
Very pretty. But apparently it's made with fieldstone. I've never heard of that before. I know about limestone and quartz being like, holding on to energy, but apparently fieldstone can do it too.
Gotcha.
And I guess with the energy on both sides, it just is able to allow, or was able to allow these spirits to like manifest more, which is interesting. This next one is a picture of Katie's bedroom. So this is where Katie and Crystal were hanging out when they started hearing voices in the hallway.
We all just had a lime green bedroom growing up, huh?
I did.
No, we did not.
Oh.
No, we did not.
Well, there was like this whole post going around on the internet, and it was like every teenage girl had a lime green bedroom. I had a lime green bedroom, but that's, that wasn't my choice. So it just kind of happened.
When I was growing up, when I was younger, I had a bedroom that had multiple colors. There was a yellow wall, a blue wall, like a red wall, a green wall. Because my mom loves color, and so she raised me to love color, which I appreciate. Better than that, like, beige that's going around nowadays.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's the room. Very colorful, yeah. Very pink and green. Cosmo and Wanda, you ain't slick kind of room.
Yeah.
Yup.
But
Watermelon.
Especially in the curtains.
for sure in the curtains, yeah. But so that's where they saw that entity come in. And imagine how... I'm just picturing them having to, like, run around the entity to leave. Like, that's kind of a terrifying concept. What if that shit reaches out and grabs you? Like, that's what I'd be thinking.
Yeah, curb stomp that bitch.
And then finally, I have a picture of things a couple things they showed in the show. This is the names of Henry and Elizabeth Deed, as well as Sarah, on official documents from back in the day that they were able to find. So this is what I'm sitting now.
That's cool as shit.
So these were real people who really lived.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's so crazy to me that they got these names, and then she came in and was like, yeah, it's these. Like, this is who they said. Like, that would be... I feel like, obviously, Sean felt really validated.
Yeah, I was going to say, he probably felt really fucking vindicated. I know
Right.
I would.
Also, we don't get a lot of stories where the wife is the one, or the wife is the one that is not believing in the paranormal.
Yeah.
And that the guy is experiencing it alone. So that's, I thought that was interesting too.
Still a fucking spouse not believing their partner.
That
which
is.
Crazy to me.
No, for sure.
Whatever.
I hate how common that apparently is.
I mean, they got their bingo for that one.
You got a bingo spot for that.
If you don't know, check out the bingo on our page.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Probably on Facebook, right?
Right.
Instagram, maybe.
It's anywhere on socials. You'll find it. It'll be a couple weeks old, but it's there.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you got for us today, hon?
So I have one story today, and I have a question before we get started.
I might have an answer.
And I think I know the answer.
Okay.
It's pretty obvious. Do you believe in demons?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a tricky subject because we've talked about this before for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I believe in...
I knew this was going to happen.
Yep.
In a sense, yes. But I don't necessarily know or believe if they are 100% like biblical demons. You know what I mean? For me, it's more like I feel my belief is they may or may not be like these trickster spirits that live in Earth, these malevolent spirits that are already here. And yeah, you can just call them demons, sure. But that's like, demons brings about like, a religious thing. And I believe that they can use that in order to like be more destructive. But yeah, so yes, I guess I believe in demons, just like not in the traditional sense. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah.
So, funny you said trickster. I'm going to keep going here. For this allegedly true encounter, OP experiences something that turns him from a skeptic to a believer.
Often. That we often find that, yes.
And you'll see what I meant by that in a second. Let's get into it. They originally titled this series of unfortunate events The Trick.
Lemony Snicket?
Yeah. They titled it The Trick.
Okay.
For the sake of the podcast
trick,
and titling, I've decided to retitle this myself and call it Red Mountain.
Sure.
I like to share the titles that they originally shared in case they want to go look them up on Your Ghost Stories.
Yeah.
Because it's a little more official than Reddit. They have to approve the posts, etc. So, this was posted by Waffles9992.
All
right. From the United States. We've been having a lot of those. And the state is Florida. I don't know if this is Florida man, but it's definitely a Florida person. Paranormal category is Ouija boards and seances.
Yeah, I'm out. Bye.
I'm actually going to sit this one out, guys.
Yep. Bye.
I really love those paranormal categories that they have.
Me too. That's
I think
really
I do
helpful.
too.
it gives a good idea of the story before we go into it.
Easy to make sure you have plenty of variety too.
Exactly. I was staying at a friend's house one night over the summer. We had been joking around for weeks about summoning a demon. This night, one friend brought the required items to perform a summoning.
As you do.
I'm reading it straight off the
hate
page.
kids
Fucking
sometimes.
white people shit. Like,
Yes.
white teenager, suburban neighborhood bullshit.
And I will say, there's a part of, when I go into stories on this website, it tells me the age of the author, or at least says this author is a senior adult, this author is, whatever.
Sure.
This one is a young adult, so
Okay.
it was...
There it is.
Called
most, Yeah, it was most likely in school. Or, you know what I mean. There were 4 of us. Each of us had our reasons for wanting to summon a demon. And he has name in quotation marks. They have names in quotation marks because they're using fake names here.
Right.
Harry was skeptical of the existence of demons. Chris was a Christian, creative, who wanted to reassure his faith. I had recently lost my faith and was skeptical. Will was just there for the ride. What I'm about to tell you is entirely true. I have not embellished anything or added any details. I'm sharing this story with you because I believe my experience is a lot scarier and more concrete than what I've read. I also wish to warn others who desire to summon a demon. It was 2 or 3 in the morning. I had drawn a sigil of the demon we wanted to summon. A sigil is a picture... Excuse me, I have a hiccup coming up. That was a burp. A sigil is a picture correlating to a certain demon. The demon we intended to summon was a friendly demon who watched over thunderstorms.
Uh-huh.
A friendly... okay. All right, sure.
After placing the sigil on the empty floor of my friend's garage, we sat in a circle around it and lit a black candle and a stick of incense. At this point, Harry was directly in front of me, and my other two friends sat to my left. We recited a prayer, which was supposed to bring the demon forth. Unfortunately, we had no idea what we were doing. To this day, 1 year later, I believe we did not summon the friendly demon we intended to. We were tricked or deceived by an evil entity that feeds on fear.
You can't trick stupid. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Please continue.
I'm
Save the comments for afterwards, please.
okay. Yeah,
Yep.
you're right.
Sorry.
You're fine. I'm loving this. Initially, our experiences felt very calm and inviting. The smoke from the incense caressed our faces, and we felt very welcomed. We began asking questions and commenting to each other. All was going fine until a single defining moment when I noticed Chris sitting to my left. He was closing his eyes and rocking back and forth slowly. He looked nauseous. I grew worried. Our cheerfulness was interrupted as Chris passed out. He just fell limp on the floor. Harry and I looked at each other. Insulted, Harry challenged the demon. We were quiet for a couple minutes as Chris woke up. He acted as though nothing happened and insists that he still does not remember passing out. We continued trying to converse with the demon when I felt myself losing consciousness. I felt myself slipping away and giving myself to a very angry power. I remember thinking that I should just yell at my friends to stop, but I just kept moving, further and further away from reality. My muscles began to shake, and I was staring at Harry in the eyes when suddenly my distance from reality vanished. I screamed in an odd, high-pitched yet growly sort of way and lunged at Harry's neck. Luckily, Harry backed away. I fell and broke the incense burner and lay on the garage floor crying for a minute or two. We then ceased communication and fled the room and ran outside. It seemed like a dream. For some reason, it all felt mischievous and carnival-like. We didn't speak. We were scared out of our minds. Harry then brought to our attention that we had not dismissed the demon. The candle was still lit. It took all the courage we had to walk back in that house, and even more to enter that garage. What we saw when we turned on that garage light, I will never be able to forget. In the corner of the garage, we all saw the body of a pale man wearing a bloody goat's head. Behind him, we did not see the garage wall, but instead, a red mountain of gore. We blew out the candle, and it vanished. What we saw could not be described, but we confirmed later with each other that we had seen the same thing. For the rest of the night until morning, I felt like I was hallucinating. I saw the shadows of dead people and animals wandering around. Everything seemed less vivid. The next week, I moved into a dorm with Harry. Luckily, nothing has happened to us since. We still don't talk about it, and we don't tell anyone what happened. I know I will never tamper with these rituals again, and like you, I had heard people say that 1,000 times, but I never knew what it meant to be so horrified by something like that. I just wanted to share with you what happened to us. Hold on for a second.
Hold it.
Okay. I had a lot of questions after this story.
Yep.
Same.
As you can imagine,
Yep.
particularly about the friendly demon who watched over watched under thunderstorms, in his words, I believe it was. It might have been over, I don't know. So, I went through the comments and found this comment from a user who called themselves Happy Spirit. A good warning story. You really nailed it when you commented that fear was driving your actions and what appeared follow that. 2 things. To be honest, I do not understand the reasoning of Christians who need to mess with evil in order to restore their faith. Wouldn't you want to have an experience of Jesus or God touching your life? I am asking respectfully and welcome your response if you care to comment. I know that most Christians view what I call nature spirits as demons. I am referring to the quote-unquote friendly demon of thunderstorms you were trying to summon. but I welcome you to consider another perspective. I believe that entities exist whose job it is to oversee the various operations of the natural world, such as grass growing and rain falling. Pagans worship them, Christians demonize them, skeptics dismiss their existence. They can be abused and mistreated by humans, either intentionally or out of ignorance, and they then take on what appears to be the human perception of a dark and angry demeanor. Conversely, they can be communicated and worked in a partnership with to create a better world. Michelle Small-Wright, an American nature researcher, and Marko Pogashnik, I may have mispronounced that, I apologize. He's a Slovenian artist and geomancer, have written extensively on this whole subject. So many other users were curious of where he found this sigil and where he found the information on this friendly demon. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so is that it?
Yeah, I mean, I have more things to say with the pictures, but yeah.
Sure. What the fuck?
So first of all, elementals can be really fun to work with, but you have to be respectful. I don't know what the fuck they were trying to do. My brain is mush.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a fucking sec. Is this a South Park episode?
I just know that these boys went to a Catholic school.
I just know it. Oh my god.
They're probably still in the Catholic school at this point.
These...
Or just gotten out.
This is the... Okay, I want to acknowledge something real quick. Everything they described that they went through is extremely horrifying, and I don't want to diminish that in any way.
Right.
But however, you kind of literally did bring that on yourself, not to victim blame. You quite literally did this to yourself. Like, I guess that's why I'm just kind of always like, it's the same for Ouija boards with me. It's like people are like, oh, I don't think anything's going to happen, though.
A Luigi board?
A Luigi board? Yeah. I don't think anything's going to happen, though. It's like, okay, then why do you care to do it? Why do you do it? Why are you doing it? Why do you care if you don't think anything's going to happen?
Why?
Why?
And like, oh my god. No, when you said, I think the demon tricked us, the first thing that came to my head was Alistair's quote from Hazbin Hotel. I'm a demon in hell, baby. It's kind of what we do. It's kind of our thing. It's like, what the fuck did you think would happen?
That's
what
good shit.
You think? Oh, I'm sorry. The friendly demon? Never heard of one. However, I agree with that commenter. There probably isn't a friendly demon. It was probably just like, you're right. They probably went to Catholic school. They probably interpreted this as, oh, it's a demon, but it's friendly because it's not, an angel.
Correct.
Fucking, oh
I have
God.
never heard the term friendly demon.
It feels like an oxymoron.
Yeah.
And they seem like oxymorons.
Yeah.
Oh no. I gave their username, guys. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm
It's
so
okay.
sorry. But like, and
Not
again, I
waffles.
don't want to diminish what you went through. That sucks. And you were obviously younger than you are now. Kids are stupid. I get it.
Amen.
But, oh my God, guys.
They were kind of being ripped apart too in the comments. So
Oh. Well, you learned what the term fuck around and find out means, buddy.
I mean, duh. Oh, I feel so mean. But at the same time, what the fuck, guys? What do you mean?
See, I'm someone who has to learn everything the hard way, so part of me is like, okay, I get it. The other part of me is like,
I've never heard of a friendly demon.
yeah.
Literally.
Even raised Christian. Never heard of a
No,
friendly
I was
demon.
raised-
I was raised Catholic. Never
Like,
heard of fucking friendly demon.
My aunt is a preacher. I was raised in like churches my entire life. Not once have I ever thought, which is literally what they said, I want to summon a demon.
What if they were trying to summon Zeus?
It's all fucking Zeus.
It all goes back to Zeus.
I think this is the second episode we brought it up in.
It is, yeah. Oh my God.
I'm really interested to see what kind of pictures you got for us.
Yeah, yeah, what do you got? What do you got for us? I don't know how much else I can say without just going on and on about, guys, what is going on?
At
What is
some
that?
point, it becomes mean.
So first one's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just have a stock photo of a lit black candle, like the one they use to summon the friendly demon.
What is this from what is this fucking...
Ooh.
What's that name? What is this, Hocus Pocus? I kept wanting to say, what is this,
The
Wicked?
black flame candle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Wicked, and then I was like, that's not correct. And I said, what is this, Wicked 2? And I was like, that's also not correct. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah.
You should have said it. That's so funny.
My brain was just like, you tried that twice and both were wrong. You need to go back to the drawing board.
It's Hocus Pocus 3.
It's actually Hocus Pocus 3.
Yeah.
The Encanto candle looks a little different here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the entire time I was like looking at black candles, I was like, black flame candle. The Virgin lit the black flame candle.
And boy, were they, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
This is why I
if you
married you.
somehow find your way to if you somehow find your way to this podcast and you are listening right now, I need you to know that like I sympathize with your plight. You did something stupid as a kid. You should not get ridiculed for that the rest of your life. However, we are just now hearing about it, and like it's fresh for us. But I'm sorry that you went through that. That really sucks. At the same time, at the very least, the way that you worded all of this. Oh my god, you sound like the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life. But
Funny.
But I care about you, and I'm hoping, like you said, nothing's happened since then. I hope that you're better. I hope that things are okay now. Don't do it again, I guess.
I wouldn't say that they're dumb. I would say that they're ignorant.
Well, they were
because
kids.
they weren't. Yeah,
Kids are dumb.
Kids are dumb.
Yes.
It's okay to be dumb as a kid. That's fine.
I just feel bad because
they're the ones trying to summon a
Did
demon.
you heard what Khalid
Did
said?
you read
Young,
the
dumb,
story?
and broke.
Yeah.
Did you read the story? You just told
Okay,
us.
fine. I just feel bad. I don't like being mean.
Hey, I was 17 once too, and guess what? I was a fucking idiot.
You know what I never tried to do?
Summon a friendly demon.
Summon any demon, actually. I have that on my record, is I've never tried to summon a demon.
Me neither.
They were it's not like we were tricked. You literally were trying to summon a demon. When you started this story, your first words were, we want to summon a demon. Not, it would be more forgiving. You said, we want to speak to the dead, and a demon came through. That's a trick. You literally said, I want to summon a demon, and then said, oh no, there's too much demon in my demon. It must be fucking...
Oops, all demon.
Okay, so imagine this is someone's first impression of us.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
I'm not.
Too much demon in my demon is insane.
We need like a meme of the Captain Crunch box.
Oh, I
with
feel
oops,
lightheaded.
Oops, all demons.
I'm so lightheaded.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna give you a break from your rant, and I'm gonna show you guys the second photo.
Okay.
So for my second photo, one demon comes to mind when thinking of a pale figure with a goat head. Do we have any guesses?
Baphomet.
Honey, you have any guesses?
No. I'm so lightheaded. My brain went back to Alistair, and I know that's not right. That's a deer. It's not even a real demon.
Sorry. This is great. I'm having a blast.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is Baphomet.
Called it.
Good
Knew
job,
it.
B. And it's just that, infamous drawing, or it might be famous, I don't know. Drawing of Baphomet from the Wikipedia page.
And his goat
Yep.
titties.
Yeah.
Baphomet and his goat titties.
Let me sheet him titties.
Am to the pam double damn, let me shim.
I think it's pretty well known. And would you guys say that you've seen this photo before?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. And that's it. Any other more roasts or comments or anything?
No.
We're good. We got it out of our system.
Yeah,
For
I'm
now.
good.
For now, for sure. All right.
Sorry. I looked at my picture that I'm sending for my turn. And it's a meme, and it took me out.
Amazing.
And I
Sorry.
just-
Looks like we're going to have a lot of laughs tonight, guys.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I, like, no, when they were like, I felt so bad, kind of, when they were like, yeah, we turned on the light, and it was like,
Bingo!
I need a towel.
yeah, I bet. We'll be right back.
Sorry. 2 bingos!
Okay, and we're back. To add insult to injury, as I was rushing to try to pause everything and get a towel, I tripped on one of the mic cords and, like, almost uprooted the entire system, so there's that.
Whoops.
But everything looks like it's working again. We're keeping an eye on the audio wave. All three of us are, right?
Yes.
Yup.
All right, so if that stops, if that looks like it's not doing anything, like that green bar up top's not going, we gotta jump
Yep.
ship for a second.
Okay.
Okay, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
You were about to tell your story, I think, B.
Yeah, it is my turn.
Okay, you did send. Okay, you sent the pictures. That does mean it is B's official.
It is B's turn.
It's B's turn officially.
Burn, if you will.
Burn. Feel the burn.
So, the original post posed a question to Redditors that says, how would life and society be different if we farted with the same ferocity and
I think it's ferocity.
and
Spontaneity?
Yep.
Okay.
That we sneezed.
Oh, can you? Oh my god, I'd shit myself every day.
Just bless you.
The story that I have for you today is a commenter's real life story that is similar.
Oh, no.
I have titled this story Fart Booster.
Of course you have.
When I was in 6th grade, my small town school track team did very well and was allowed to compete in the state finals. My event was the 200-meter dash, and while I did okay against the other small towns we normally faced, I had no chance at state. This was pretty much the case for most of us, so we mostly goofed off and explored the massive arena and whatever. I wasn't allowed soda at home, but somebody bought me a huge Coke and I thought it was pretty great. Came time for me to run my race. Well, actually, my heat in the preliminaries, as this thing was so big time that they actually had more runners that would fit on the track at once. First time I'd seen that. Coach tells me to just do my best and have fun. Nobody expects much. It's an honor to be there. I line up on this beautiful wide cinder track with maybe 15 lanes. I was used to 8. And an unbelievable crowd watching. Big grandstands full of people, all new to me. I get kind of excited about the whole thing, so we all set our feet in the blocks, crouch down and tense up, waiting for the shot from the starter pistol. Meanwhile, a hush settles over the crowd. We're waiting on edge for the bang. When the starter fires, I take this huge leap forward like I'm going to sprint the whole 200 meters, which is pretty much what people who are good at it do, but not my usual approach. This massive physical effort simultaneously propels the most violent, loudest fart of my life out of my preteen stink hole.
That's a fucking sentence for
I didn't just
sure.
say it like that.
Alliteration, too. Damn.
Most of the crowd hasn't trained to the
That's not
peak
the right word.
physical... Huh?
Sorry, that's not alliteration isn't the right word. Enunciation is
Oh.
what I was going for.
I don't know if that's it either, but we'll
It is. No,
Enunciation,
that-
it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Enunciation, it's where you're speaking clearly. And
Say your words nice and clear.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the way it was said. Never mind.
No, yeah.
Continue.
Most of the crowd hasn't trained to the peak physical level that I have, so their reaction to the pistol shot is a tiny bit slower. The effect is that after the bang, but before anyone makes a single sound, my fart echoes through the arena with unbelievable clarity and tone. For everyone there, it's just bang!
Turbo boost! I get the name.
Fart boost!
Oh, that's good.
I manage a few strides just out of instinct before realization of what's happening starts to set in. I glance over at the crowd, and in that split second, I can just see it on every face. They know. They all know, and they're all looking right at me. This starts me laughing super hard while also running as hard as I ever had. And what's my body's reaction to the unusual combination? Yep, fart a lot more. However, I'm now taking strides pretty rapidly. So instead of one big blast, I'm ripping a little one with each step. I can't even think of what letters could represent the sound. If you can imagine a rapid series of very brief, very loud farts, that's pretty much it. The whole situation has only taken like 10 seconds to develop. We aren't even halfway done yet, and I've farted about 15 times. I literally could not continue from laughing so damn hard. I stumbled to a hunched over stop right there in the middle of the fanciest arena I've ever been to, giggling like the farting idiot I am. I then realized that nobody is rushing past me, which, come to think of it, should have happened by this time in the race regardless of the fart situation. I turn around and every one of the other runners is either lying on the ground or crouched over laughing just as hard as I am. Literally crying laughing. Apparently... Apparently, my fart propelled lunge off the line had taken most of them out, and the rest succumbed to my staccato encore presentation.
It feels like an unfair advantage.
That's so fucking funny. And that's the story of how an entire heat was eliminated from the 200-meter state finals with no one completing the event, which I was told had never happened before in the history of state finals. I escaped amazingly unscathed as the tiny handful of people from my school were all setting up for their own events and not watching.
That's so funny.
There were rumors of a second farter, and basically they let me walk away. I hid in the school bus till we left, and my coach was the only person to ever speak to me about it. He didn't laugh, but he also didn't yell at me.
Because what do you do?
I'd be laughing my ass off if I was his coach.
That coach probably had to take a long time to
They didn't let him
breathe.
restart. That's weird. I thought they would, like, go back, restart. No.
That's odd.
Nope,
yeah.
not in a situation like that.
Damn, didn't even finish the race.
You got any napkins over there?
The picture that I have is just a relevant meme that I found while trying to find pictures and
All
just
right.
had me laughing.
You didn't type in fart meme?
Turbo boost. That's so funny. That's probably the funniest story you've ever brought here. And
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
That was absolutely my favorite story out of the 5 that I brought to the session.
Yeah, that was really
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If anyone says farts aren't funny, show them that story.
Yeah. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh,
And
man.
the way that they wrote that was just
Art.
so well done.
Yeah.
So
art.
well done.
Oh my god. My preteen stink hole is
Yep.
insane. What a fucking
Yep.
What a way to say that.
And that comment was posted 10 years ago. So it's old. That's an old fart story.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
That's amazing. Amazing way to end the episode, I think.
yeah.
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 All right, well, B, do you want to give our socials and shit, I guess?
Yeah. If you want to come check us out, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, but not Twitter because...
Fuck Twitter.
You can take a listen to us at YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, pretty much anywhere that you can listen to a podcast, you can listen to us there.
You should know you're listening right now.
Yeah.
Unless you're on YouTube, then I guess like you can take us on the go with those things. So
Yeah.
that's fair.
Sure can.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Wherever you're listening to us, if you have the option, please leave us a rate and review. We would really appreciate that. We'd love to hear more about what you think, what kind of content you're looking to see. How are we doing? Tell us. Let us know. If you have your own true stories that you'd like to share with us, please send them to TPIBOTE, TPIBOTE at outlook.com. If they are true paranormal stories, please put Dalia in the subtitle, Dalia, no H. And if they are true wholesome or funny stories that you want to share, put B in the title for me. B-E-E, 2 E's.
Like the insect, not the bug.
Not the bug. They're insects, not bugs. I think that's it. Someone want to sign us off?
Sure. So, thanks for stopping by, giving us a listen. If this was your first episode, I'm sorry, but not really. And as always, guys, this podcast was based on true events.